Hi Pixies and welcome back to my channel. I'm Minxie and today I'm actually a little nervous to be doing this. This video is in dedication to Disability Awareness Month. And while I don't technically have a disability because how do you prove you're in pain all the time? I did want to share my story with you guys just a little bit while also showing you the island that I never showed you guys before. Um, so yeah, I don't want to be insensitive to anyone who has a recognized disability, but we will be talking about and this issue that I've been having for years, and it is hard to um, it's been hard to deal with, especially in recent months. So, yeah, before we get into the heavy stuff, I did want to show you guys this island a little bit. This is my Kidcore Circus Island by the name of Clementine, and I will show you guys the map. These are my babies on this island. So there's me, of course, and Sasha, Rosie, Marshall, Pietro, Megan, Lily, Melba, Chrissy, Stitches, and Chai. And the DA is at the bottom of the screen for anyone who would like to tour this island. So I will just be running around and telling you guys my story a bit. I hope that this doesn't make anyone uncomfortable or anything. So just viewer discretion is advised, I guess. um, so first things first, my issue is actually kidney stones. I It started when I was about 16, really. I got a really bad kidney infection and I had to go to the hospital and things were fine. They didn't see anything. Like I was overall healthy, but I remember sitting in my Spanish class specifically and feeling like I couldn't breathe, right? I couldn't breathe. I was hyperventilating. They sent me to the office so that I can get rushed to the hospital basically. It was a whole big thing, y'all. And I had to get x-rayed and poked with needles and a bunch of stuff, and after a CAT scan they came back and told me that I had 6 kidney stones. 3 on my right and 3 on my left. And they didn't know what happened, what caused it, how it got there. But basically, the simplest terms, kidney stones are mineral deposits on your kidneys that kind of settle and harden into little stones. And typically, they pass on their own with no real issues and no lasting kidney damage. And usually, what happens is you get one stone and that they go away and you never get them again. Unfortunately for me, my body tends to make kidney stones, and it makes kidney stones quite frequently to the point that um, from what I have been told, my kidney stones are really brittle, really small, and they kind of just sit there on my kidneys doing nothing but hurt me. And fortunately for me, when they pass, I don't typically notice because they break apart before they pass. And it's frustrating in a way because I kind of wish that they wouldn't do that so that I can know what type of stones I have, because none of the doctors know, my urologist doesn't know, no one knows. So I'm kind of just stuck in agonizing pain for forever. When I was 16, it was one of my most important years of high school. It was junior year. I was trying to get ready for college. I stopped going to appointments because I was tired of missing my life. And I kind of just went about as normal, knowing that I have this issue, but um, I didn't really pursue any more information about my problem. It didn't really become an issue for me until about 2 or 3 years ago when I had the biggest flare up of my life. I had to like quit my job because I couldn't walk. Um, I'm sorry. I don't like talking about it because I do get really emotional. But I had to stop working at a job that I loved because I couldn't stand. I could barely eat. I was sick all the time. I was nauseous. And it kind of got to the point where my life was put on hold because of it. And I am in pain almost all day, every day. There are ways to help, like to mitigate it. I drink a lot of water. I'll drink some cranberry juice, to help flush out the blood and, like, get any extra minerals or whatever that's in me out. I had to cut back on candy and sweets and fried foods because that also exacerbates the issue. I had to cut back on coffee and tea. Just a lot of my favorite foods I wasn't allowed to eat. I couldn't drink Pepsis or any dark colored sodas. Um, but the biggest issue for me, especially now, is that I can't walk for long distances because it hurts. Even going to the grocery store can be a challenge for me when I have bad days because it just hurts, y'all. Like I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I don't want to sound like I'm being insensitive. I tried to apply for disability, but I live in the US, and whew, our systems aren't the best. They aren't, and it's hard to prove that I'm in pain all the time and not sound like I'm seeking unnecessary pain relief, which I can't even do much now anyway because if you take too many painkillers, it can actually damage your kidneys. So damned if I do, damned if I don't, right? um it's one of those. My biggest question, I guess, for myself was when does it switch from being a chronic issue to a debilitating issue? Like I don't know where that line blurs. I am and again, I don't want to sound insensitive to people who have disabilities that can be seen. Um I just don't know. Um but the lovely people who are participating in this collab definitely did give me encouragement to at least share a bit of my issue. And I just want everyone to know that just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. And a lot of people are kind of suffering in silence. I am trying to get the I am trying to get a move on and trying to actually, like, talk to my doctors about what I need to talk to about who I need to talk to maybe try and get on disability again. I was on temporary one through my old job that I had to leave, unfortunately, and you get to a point where you just kind of feel lost. You feel like it's just not the same anymore. My life is definitely not what it used to be, but I want to specify that I am grateful for the life that I have. I'm grateful that I have this platform to be sort of an outlet for me. Um, but it's frustrating when I'm going through a flare up and I go and try and get help and they have no answers for me. They don't know why my body makes the stones the way that it does. They don't know why they keep coming back, and I just won't know. And my doctor told me that this is probably something that I'm going to be living with for the rest of my life. And I just want one day where I don't feel pain and not be suspicious that I don't feel pain. Because whenever I'm having a day where I don't feel pain, I'm suspicious because why won't I feel pain? And usually by the end of the day or the next day, I'm in a lot of pain again. Um, but the good thing is that with the methods that I've been trying, trying to eat healthier, trying to make sure that I am not eating a lot of unhealthy foods. It has helped a lot actually. So I'm having way more good days than bad days, but it's still really frustrating. So I hope I didn't bum you guys out too much. Um I just wanted to share my story with you guys just a little bit. So yeah, I kind of just feel like I've been complaining the entire video, and I do apologize for that. But I will see all of you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. And if you guys want to tour this island, Clementine, I will leave the DA again on the screen, and I will link it. I will put it in the description as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see all of you guys later. Bye.